Bright Memory Infinite Gold Edition is a fast, stylish action shooter with sharp gunplay and flashy abilities. Combat mixes, firearms, melee strikes, and powers that keep fights lively and rewarding. Visuals stay crisp during heavy action, and pacing stays brisk without dragging. Boss fights test timing and aim, while the soundtrack adds energy without noise. In short, this is a confident action showcase that respects player time and keeps adrenaline high, with replay value built around skill mastery and combat experimentation. Return of the Obra Dinn is a rare kind of mystery that rewards patience and sharp thinking. The stark monochrome art gives every scene a distinct identity, while the insurance investigator role pushes careful observation over hand-holding. Each frozen moment hides clues that slowly click into place, making progress deeply satisfying. The sound design adds tension without distraction, and the story reveals itself through deduction rather than exposition, creating a lasting impression long after the final truth is uncovered. It respects player intelligence.
These trade ships, these Dendimen.
One Finger Death Punch 2 is an intense action game that keeps reflexes razor-sharp and adrenaline pumping. The one-button combat system is simple yet deeply engaging, turning each encounter into a pulse-pounding test of timing and precision. Enemy patterns grow increasingly clever, pushing skills further while maintaining addictive pacing. Clean visuals, hard-hitting sound effects, and rhythmic combat make each level exciting. Time flies as every fight feels satisfying, challenging, and rewarding, making it a title that hooks from the first clash to the last. ROBOBEAT is a rhythmic first-person shooter that seamlessly combines fast-paced gunplay and pulse-pounding tunes. Every shot, sprint, and wall run syncs with the music, resulting in an electric flow that is both elegant and enjoyable. The roguelike components keep the runs interesting, encouraging experimentation with various weaponry and movement methods. Visually, it explodes with neon-soaked surroundings that suit the upbeat soundtrack. The difficulty level might be high, but mastering the rhythm is really gratifying. If you enjoy shooters and music-based gameplay, this is a must-try. Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, is a smart return to classic street brawling, packed with punchy combat and sharp pacing. The tag team system keeps fights lively, while roguelite progress adds replay value without slowing the action. Colorful pixel art and bold characters give the city real attitude. Boss fights test timing and crowd control, and co-op chaos stays fun and fair. A confident revival that respects its roots while staying fresh. Music hits hard, stages stay varied, and upgrades reward smart choices during long play sessions. DRAINUS is a sharp throwback shooter with a smart shield system that turns enemy fire into fuel for power shots. Stages stay intense thanks to smart enemy patterns, chunky bosses, and steady upgrades that reward smart play. Pixel art looks crisp, the soundtrack keeps momentum high, and difficulty scales well for newcomers and veterans. Action stays readable even during chaos, making each clear earned and satisfying. Scoring systems and replay goals push mastery, while accessibility options keep runs fair without dulling the challenge under pressure fast. Drova stands out with its dark atmosphere and thoughtfully crafted world. Every forest trail and forgotten ruin carries a sense of purpose, inviting players to uncover hidden truths. Combat feels responsive and rewarding, demanding timing and focus rather than button mashing. The moral choices are meaningful, shaping how each encounter unfolds. Detailed pixel art and an evocative soundtrack strengthen its tone, drawing players deeper into its somber setting. It's the kind of action RPG that rewards exploration, reflection, and a willingness to face difficult choices. Fading Afternoon is a suspenseful game in which Seiji Maruyama, an experienced Yakuza, must traverse the complexity of loyalty, atonement, and the decisions that will mold his destiny. The game has several endings, complicated beat-em-up action, intriguing mini-games, an exciting metropolis to explore, character development, and dynamic relationships. Players must choose whether to seek atonement, return to crime, or create a new identity. The combat system rewards skill and strategy, letting players to tailor their approach to foes and the surroundings. Footgun Underground is a clever arcade roguelike built around risky soccer-style combat and fast decisions. Each run pushes smarter ball control, creative power-ups, and satisfying knockouts as enemies swarm compact arenas. Progress stays rewarding thanks to upgrades, varied rooms, and punchy pacing that keeps momentum high. Sound design and visuals add energy without distraction, making repeated runs easy to enjoy and hard to put down. Controls stay responsive, difficulty scales fair, and the loop encourages quick restarts with a confident, playful tone. Metal Suit's Counterattack is a high-octane thrill ride packed with satisfying action and crisp, futuristic visuals. The gameplay flows smoothly, combining fast-paced combat with slick movement mechanics that keep each encounter engaging. Enemy designs are creative, and the soundtrack adds serious momentum to every mission. The upgrade system keeps progression rewarding without feeling grindy. A solid pick for fans of side-scrolling shooters looking for adrenaline-fueled fun with a sharp sci-fi edge. Frogun Encore is a standalone expansion and follow-up to the popular indie game Frogun. The game adds additional techniques including double jump, sling catapult, and toss jump, as well as the ability to play in genuine couch co-op. The game has bright stages, improved smooth movement, and the chance to battle fearsome monsters. Players can also find hidden sections or shortcuts, acquire badges, and display their individual flair. The game also has a posable photo mode and genuine co-op mode, which allows players to work together or race to the conclusion of each level. Stepping into a fantasy tavern has never been so fantastic. Tavern Talk is a lovely combination of narrative and participatory interaction, with each customer having a story to share. The attractive pixel imagery, comfortable atmosphere, and well-written characters bring talks to life. Choices influence relationships and reveal fascinating backstories. It's the ideal game to unwind with, providing warmth, comedy, and a hint of mystery. Whether you want narrative-driven adventures or simply want to unwind, this game is a real treat for the Switch. CRYPT Custodian is a clever and fun action-adventure with sharp humor and creative world design. The combat is snappy, the controls feel responsive, and each area is packed with secrets worth exploring. The ghostly janitor premise sets it apart with personality, and the art direction gives the environments a unique flavor. It balances combat and exploration nicely, with smart upgrades that encourage backtracking. A solid choice for those looking for something both weird and rewarding without taking itself too seriously. Velocity Noodle is an exciting game in which players must negotiate hard stages while delivering noodles without spilling. The game has ultra-smooth movement mechanics that allow players to glide smoothly past barriers and traps. As you go, you'll come across several levels with expertly planned traps and other ways, offering an added element of excitement. Mastering the game's rules and improving your speedrunning skills will result in flashy prizes and hidden pathways that provide vital bonuses and rewards. Players may also pet a lovely puppy companion along the route, giving a touching element to the trip. Athenian Rhapsody is a wild, hilarious journey packed with absurd humor, strange characters, and unpredictable choices. Its retro pixel art and creative combat system mix comedy with strategic chaos in the best way. Every playthrough feels unique thanks to the game's focus on player decisions and branching paths. With clever writing and a tone that refuses to take itself seriously, it's hard not to laugh or be caught off guard. Easily one of the funniest and most original RPGs in recent memory. Legend Bowl is a refreshing throwback to classic football games, blending retro aesthetics with deep gameplay mechanics. The pixel art is charming, and the animations are surprisingly smooth, giving each match a nostalgic yet lively feel. What really stands out is the strategic depth. This isn't just arcade fun. Playbooks, weather effects, and player fatigue add layers of realism. Franchise mode is addictively detailed, letting you build and manage your dream team over multiple seasons. It's a satisfying mix of old-school charm and modern sports simulation done right. Witch Explorer is a charming mix of strategy and magical combat, with spell-casting mechanics that feel both clever and satisfying. The hand-drawn visuals are vibrant and full of personality, bringing each character and monster to life with flair. Music sets a whimsical tone that perfectly matches the game's adventurous spirit. Combat requires thought without ever becoming frustrating, making progression feel rewarding. It's easy to unlock new skills and companions, a delightful journey through a world bursting with enchantment and fun. Redo is a hauntingly beautiful Metroidvania that thrives on atmosphere and minimalism. Its somber, post-apocalyptic world pulls you in with eerie silence and cryptic storytelling, rewarding exploration with chilling discoveries. Combat feels weighty and deliberate, making each encounter meaningful rather than mindless. The pixel art is stark yet stunning, perfectly complementing the bleak tone of the journey. It's a slow burn, but that's part of its charm, giving space to reflect and immerse. For fans of moody, introspective sci-fi adventures, Redo is a captivating and memorable experience. Gibbon Beyond the Trees is a graceful and emotional journey that emphasizes both nature's wonder and its fragility. Swinging through lush canopies feels intuitive and rewarding, with movement that mirrors the elegance of real gibbons. The hand-drawn art style creates a vibrant jungle that feels alive, while the music enhances every moment with quiet power. Themes of deforestation and survival are woven in with subtlety, giving the adventure a deeper resonance. It's a thoughtful game that lingers long after the last leap through the treetops. Start to overwhelm you. Dungeons of Dreadrock is a puzzle-solving adventure game that blends action, exploration, and fighting. Your brother is picked to fight the king of the mountain, and you must negotiate a maze of riddles, avoid traps, and engage in combat with many enemies, deciphering ancient texts, moving levers, stomping on pressure plates, dodging fireballs, breaking down doors, revealing hidden tunnels, and defeating numerous opponents are all part of the game. By altering the perspective to a top-down view, the game reimagines the basic notion of grid-based dungeon crawlers, giving a novel yet familiar gaming experience. A Place for the Unwilling is a captivating narrative-driven adventure that thrives on atmosphere and mystery. The hand-drawn art style and haunting soundtrack create a dreamlike city that feels alive, with each passing day offering new stories to uncover. Choices genuinely matter, weaving a web of intrigue shaped by your actions. The pacing rewards curiosity and exploration, making every decision feel significant. It's a game that invites introspection and rewards patience, delivering a unique and unforgettable storytelling experience unlike most in the genre.
I only ask you for one thing.
Guardian of Lore is a thoughtful action-adventure that builds a strong sense of mystery and purpose. Combat stays engaging without being overwhelming, while exploration rewards patience with smart level design and clever secrets. The story keeps attention through clear themes and steady pacing, giving weight to every challenge. Visuals support the tone with consistent style, and the soundtrack adds mood without distraction. It respects player time and keeps motivation high through meaningful progress. Replay value stays solid thanks to upgrades. Knights and Bikes is a heartfelt co-op adventure full of quirky humor, vibrant hand-drawn visuals, and a deep sense of childhood wonder. The story unfolds with emotion and whimsy, pairing a unique art style with playful, bike-powered exploration and creative puzzles. The bond between the two young protagonists feels genuine, backed by clever dialogue and fun combat. This is a game that values imagination and friendship, wrapping it all in an emotional journey that's both playful and touching. Iconoclast Times is a clever mix of action and puzzle solving that rewards patience and curiosity. The story has more heart than expected, with characters that feel grounded even in a wild setting. The platforming is tight, and the wrench mechanic keeps things fresh while puzzles encourage creative thinking without dragging on. Boss battles stand out, each one pushing you to learn patterns and stay sharp. It has a steady flow, never overwhelming but always keeping you engaged. This is the kind of game that sticks in your mind after you put it down. Old Man's Journey tells a quiet, thoughtful story through gentle puzzles and hand-drawn landscapes. Hills fold and shift like memories, turning simple paths into moments of reflection. The music supports the mood without pushing it, letting scenes breathe. Each chapter adds warmth and meaning, creating a calm, emotional journey that stays in the mind long after the final scene fades. Small details in the art and motion give every location heart, making each step worth taking. The pacing invites patience, rewarding attention with quiet satisfaction. Battle Axe is a fast-paced action game loaded with intense combat and cleverly designed challenges. Each level keeps players engaged with tricky enemies, hidden secrets, and thought-provoking puzzles, while the vibrant, colorful art style adds character to every corner. Weapons and abilities provide a satisfying sense of power, and the progression system keeps gameplay varied and exciting. Action and adventure fans will be hooked, eager to explore every stage, overcome every obstacle, and discover all the game's hidden depths.
In the war against evil and sorcery, that must be destroyed.
Darkest Dungeon turns every dungeon crawl into a tense, tactical battle of survival and sanity. The stress system adds a brutal layer of strategy, forcing tough decisions that go beyond health bars. Each run feels fresh thanks to the permadeath and random events, keeping tension high. The gothic art style and foreboding narration build a moody, oppressive tone that fits perfectly with the gameplay. As the hours go by, managing the roster and watching heroes break under pressure becomes oddly addictive in the best way. Wild Bastards is a stylish roguelike shooter with a distinct mix of first-person gunplay and tactical decision-making. Its comic book art direction pops with personality, while the cast of outlaw misfits keeps each encounter fresh. Strategic planning on the star map blends seamlessly with frantic firefights, creating a satisfying loop of risk and reward. The varied enemy types and evolving character upgrades encourage experimentation, making each run feel unique. This is a sharp and memorable ride through a chaotic space western.
It was just 2 days after Grandpa's death.
Wavetale is a charming and visually stunning adventure that feels like a gentle breeze on a summer day. The fluid movement across water is incredibly satisfying, and the story, while simple, carries a surprising emotional depth. The hand-drawn art style and atmospheric soundtrack blend beautifully, creating a relaxing yet engaging experience. Combat is light but enjoyable, allowing exploration and storytelling to shine. It's a short game, but every moment feels purposeful and well-crafted. Wavetale is a delightful gem well worth experiencing. The Spirit and the Mouse is an adventure game about Lila the mouse and Lumion the spirit guardian as they work together to restore harmony to their community. Lila's giving spirit and sparking powers enable her to travel the wonderful terrain of Saint-Eclair, where she meets the playful electric spirits known as Kiblins. The game takes place in a picturesque French town where players may seek hidden treasures, solve puzzles with their electricity-based skills, and aid local folks through mini-games. They assist Lumion restore his proper position in the skies. Ghostrunner slashes through cyberpunk chaos with razor-sharp precision. Lightning-quick movement, wall running, and one-hit kills make every moment feel razor-edged and purposeful. The synth-heavy soundtrack pulses in sync with the tension, keeping the adrenaline high. Each level demands focus, timing, and mastery, rewarding those who embrace its punishing rhythm. It's not just about reflexes, it's a puzzle of motion and momentum. An intense climb through neon-lit ruins that satisfies those who crave a challenge with style and speed.
If you want to survive.
DROS is a clever and charming puzzle platformer that thrives on its unique dual-character mechanic. Swapping between a nimble goo creature and a lumbering suit of armor adds depth to both combat and exploration, keeping gameplay fresh and engaging. The art style is delightfully weird, packed with personality, and the atmospheric soundtrack perfectly complements the quirky steampunk world. The puzzles strike a great balance between challenge and fun, rarely feeling frustrating. DROS stands out as a wonderfully inventive title that delights at every turn. Caravan SandWitch is a real treat for anyone who enjoys strategy and adventure. The gameplay keeps players engaged with puzzles that challenge the mind in combat that requires careful thinking. The art style is colorful and full of personality, making exploration a joy. Characters are memorable, and interactions are clever, adding depth to every encounter. Progression is rewarding, encouraging creativity and planning. This game is perfect for players seeking a thoughtful and entertaining journey in a unique, imaginative world. Broken Roads delivers a rich, thought-provoking RPG experience set against a beautifully desolate Australian wasteland. The hand-drawn art style paints a world that's haunting yet full of character. Dialogue choices carry real weight, thanks to the innovative morality system that challenges players to think beyond simple good or evil. Every encounter feels meaningful, backed by writing that is sharp, heartfelt, and often surprising. Tactical combat is satisfying without ever feeling overwhelming. This is storytelling and world-building done right, a journey that demands to be remembered. Voidwrought casts a strange and magnetic spell with its eerie art direction and atmospheric soundtrack. Every encounter feels deliberate, pushing players to think through each step. Combat leans into strategy without slowing down the momentum, while the world unfolds like a cryptic puzzle box. Sound design heightens tension, and environments ooze personality through shadows and silence. It's a journey built for those who enjoy unraveling secrets, with mechanics that reward patience and curiosity rather than brute force. The Karate Kid Street Rumble is an exciting pixel art, side-scrolling beat-em-up adventure game. You can relive the thrills of the first three legendary The Karate Kid movie from the 1980s. Immerse yourself in a brilliantly designed pixel art environment, addressing legendary moments with spectacular 16-bit realism. The game boasts a classic storyline, compelling battle systems, big boss fights, and 12 stages inspired by the original trilogy. Enjoy the vintage chiptune soundtrack and join forces with pals for an amazing battle experience. Fans of the oldies should not miss out on this game. Tamarak Trail offers a beautifully crafted adventure that perfectly balances exploration and storytelling. The hand-drawn art style creates a cozy, inviting world filled with charming characters and thoughtful puzzles. The gameplay flows smoothly, encouraging curiosity without overwhelming the player. The soundtrack enhances the serene atmosphere, making each moment feel special. It's a refreshing experience that combines nostalgic vibes with modern design, appealing to both casual gamers and those who appreciate heartfelt narratives. Shadows Over Loathing is a humorous and deliciously strange RPG that will have you smiling from beginning to end. Its hand-drawn stick figure visuals may appear simplistic, but the game is jam-packed with witty text, outrageous comedy, and unexpectedly complicated gameplay. The turn-based combat is entertaining and adaptable, allowing for unusual constructions and innovative problem-solving. Every place is full of weird personalities and absurd missions that make exploration enjoyable. If you enjoy odd comedy and brilliant storytelling, this will make you laugh aloud.